Okay, let's sit and talk about the internet. My goal was to find out this daring question. Is social media addicting? And how? To find out my answer, I interviewed 5 people, all from different age groups, to get different opinions. First, let's give a little bit of facts. At www.addictioncenter.com, psychologists estimate that 5 to 10% of Americans today are addicted to social media. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but that's almost 33 million people in the US population are addicted. Social media addiction is behavior addiction that causes people to put all their time and effort into perfecting themselves on social media so people can validate them. I personally think that social media addiction could come in at a young age. In society today, the younger generation is more vulnerable to social media and technology, which can cause them to become addicted and attached to social media and to validate themselves online. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's get into these interviews. All right, today I'm with
Danica.
And how old are you?
19 years old.
Okay, and today I'm going to ask you a couple questions about social media. Okay, my first question is, how many days of the week do you use social media?
I use social media 7 days of the week.
And out of that week, how many hours do you use social media in a day?
In a day, I use social media 5 to 6 hours a day.
And what is your most used social media apps?
I mostly use Instagram, Twitter.
On those social media apps, is your experience negative or positive towards you?
Towards me, I feel like I haven't had any negative interaction. I don't think I would be able to do it.
And my last question for today is, do you think you're addicted to social media?
I think I'm slightly addicted, especially now, like in the quarantine. I feel like I'm checking it all the time. So I think I am a little bit addicted to social media.
An experiment was documented on www.pennymom.com, and a group of high school students were asked to go without their phone for 1 full week. After the week passed, out of 10 students, only 2 were able to go without their phone for a full week. This shows how much the young generation can be addicted to their phone and social media. Now, before I finish these last couple interviews, I want to touch on a YouTube video that I found by the Vox YouTube channel.
When you get a call, a text, or a message, it's usually because another person wants to communicate with you. But a lot of today's apps simulate the feeling of that kind of social interaction to get you to spend more time on their platform. If Facebook sends you a push notification that a friend is interested in an event near you, they're essentially acting like a puppet master, leveraging your desire for social connection so that you use the app more.
Okay, today I'm with
Norma Prophet.
And how old are you?
42.
Okay, and today I'm going to ask you a couple questions on social media. Would you say that could you live without social media?
Yes.
Or would you say that you're addicted to social media?
No, I would say I'm not addicted to
Would you say you're addicted to social media? I would say I'm addicted to social media, but it doesn't affect me negatively. And if you take my phone away, I would be perfectly fine. Social media, positive or negative? I think social media is negative because people get addicted to it and just start caring about likes only and popularity. I live without social media. I cannot live without social media because I'm very bored right now and I need social media.
I'm actually between on that because there's propaganda, but there's also real news which keeps us updated. Yeah, I think I could live without social media. No, I'm not.
I think that I could live without social media, but I feel like it would be a struggle since I'm so used to using social media. I believe that's a two-faced question because social media is a platform where you could spread positivity, but it's also a place where you could cyberbully. I would say that at one point I was addicted to social media, but then I added a time limit to my phone so I could limit my phone usage.
In conclusion, I feel like everyone has their different opinions on social media. In society today, almost everyone has used social media at least once. During the interviews, I saw kind of a pattern. I saw that mostly the older generation thought that they can live without social media and they wouldn't really need it, compared to the younger generation that it's more of a challenge for them and that they really could not live without it. This shows to prove my point that social media is towards the younger generation and could be easier and harder addiction to be at a younger age. And I just feel like the more you grow, the more you kind of grow out of the addiction of social media. Finally, I want to say that I think social media is a very addicting place and it lures mostly the younger generation, which causes them to become addicted, and it becomes harder and harder for them to let go of that addiction. And I just wonder when today's society will notice that, how much of a big deal social media addiction is. Thank you.